Greetings, everybody. Good morning. Have a special Friday announcement news update. Yes, Core Quest is coming back with a brand new update. Randall's been working hard in the lab, and yes, the Naturalist is now coming, and the Naturalist will be released very soon. I'll let y'all know in community announcements. But yes, get ready for the Naturalist. What is the Naturalist? The Naturalist is a hero class. What are the hero classes? Hero classes are special classes that are a little harder to play and which you can challenge yourself. The first hero class is called the Assassin. It specializes in one-shotting its enemies. The second hero class is the Witch. She specializes in complex and enthralling spells that use momentum to overwhelm your opponent with magical aptitude. The third hero class is the Paladin, balancing both offense and defense to destroy and eviscerate and completely deny your opponent any chance of succeeding. The final hero class is the Naturalist, specializing in metamorphosis and morphing and changing and druidic spells. The Naturalist is a combination of both melee and magical. So today we're going to talk about the Naturalist, how you'll be able to unlock the Naturalist, what are some of the spells, and what are some of the builds of the Naturalist. We'll even discuss individually some of the abilities of the Naturalist and how those will make the Naturalist really powerful. But before we get started today, big shout out to Randall Higgins of Touchmint. You can pick up the game. You'll find a link in my description. And thank you to My Noise for the cool music. All right, let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to do a little self-interview with Randall. I asked Randall, how do you unlock the Naturalist? And I'm just going to use voiceover to look at the information that he sent me, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so I'm going to use my lines.
Characters. Words. Lines. Other mystical classes work. Sure, so the Naturalist will be just like how the.
Okay, so he says the Naturalist will be just like.
Sure, so the Naturalist will be just like how the.
How the
other mystical classes work.
Other
Paladin.
mystical classes will work. So it's going to work just like all the other mystical classes. I wanted to know how you unlock it.
Assassin. Witch. They will have an unlock.
Okay, they will all have an unlock.
Horde you can read during character creation.
Okay, so it looks like they'll be a variable. You won't have to unlock another class to unlock the Naturalist. It doesn't appear to be that you will have to do something fantastic on all the other hero classes to unlock the Naturalist. So it sounds like the Naturalist will just become a variable to use right away, which is really fantastic. Let's go on to the next part.
And then as they progress through the game.
So let's move on to the next bullet.
They gain souls just like the other mystical.
All right, just like the other mystical classes, they gain souls. So souls are very important. This is a currency that unlocks really cool features to make your mystical class stronger. Let's keep going on to the next bullet.
Classes. The unlock board contains skills and other.
So the unlock board contains skills and other
bonuses that should make you stronger and
bonuses that should make you stronger, so you're going to have to choose wisely.
Able to become better at the class. Here is.
And then those will make you better able to play the class. So let's review that really quickly. The Naturalist, you won't have to do anything special to unlock it. It'll become available when the update hits. So make sure that you have automatic updates on. Or if you're a person that likes to do it manually, go ahead and make sure you do it. I'll try to leave a community post when the update is available. Usually my community post includes a link to the game itself and my brief comments. All right, once that is done, you're going to go ahead, open the game up, select the Naturalist, and check out the board. Anything that you've unlocked will be available on the board. And I just want you all to know, I'm also going to be doing something special with the Naturalist playthrough. It's something I've done before, but we'll talk about it at the end of this update news.
Vertical scroll bar, 8 pages, 0%, adjustable.
Now we're
Swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the value.
We're going to go through some of the special features of the Naturalist.
Format, button, words, speaking rate, 6 words, characters, edit, vertical navigation, headings, speech volume, audio ducking, speaking rate.
Well,
the unlock board.
Okay, let's...
Characters. The unlock board contains the unlock board. Characters. Words. Lines. Add link. Activate. Add link. Activate. Add link. Bonuses. The unlock board contains skills and activate. Default. Vertical scroll. Note. Text field. Is editing. Sure, so the naturalist will be just like insertion point at start. Characters. Words. Lines. Sure, so the other mystical classes assassin, which they will have an board you can read, and then as they progress through they gain souls just like the other mystic classes. The unlock board contains skills and other bonuses that should make you stronger and able to become the unlock board. Wild Souls 5, Wicked Soul, Druid / passive.
Okay, Wild Souls 5. So I don't know what that is.
Wild Souls 5, Wicked Soul, Druid / passive. Grants plus 5% SP leech, plus 5 reflect damage.
Okay, cool. So with 5 souls unlocked, you'll get this particular ability.
Grants plus 5% SP leech. Wild Souls 5, Wicked Soul, Druid / passive.
Wicked Soul. Okay, I'm getting a little bit better at understanding this. Okay, so Wicked Soul is the first ability. You can unlock this with 5 souls. So, pro tip number 1, I would strongly suggest that you take any talents that unlock souls. So the sooner you unlock all of your skills and abilities, the stronger you get and the better you're able to play your class. So that is called...
New line. Wild Souls 5, Wicked Soul, Druid / passive.
Wicked Soul, Druid passive. And here's what that does.
Grants plus 5% SP leech, plus 5 reflect damage.
5? Is it 5%?
Grants plus 5% SP leech, plus 5 reflect damage.
5% SP leech? That's really good. And I mean, it's not ridiculous, but it's pretty good. And so you've got SP leech. So this already tells you kind of the play style of Druid.
Grants plus 5% SP leech, plus 5 reflect damage.
And it's got 5 reflect damage. Now, if it had 5% reflect damage, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, that would be incredibly sick. So those are 2 really cool abilities it unlocks right away. Let's go to the next thing on the skill board.
And plus 5% chance to find mystic souls. Wild.
Oh, wait. Sorry, there's another one. So it has another thing. I'm sorry, that was all one skill.
And plus 5% chance to find mystic souls. And plus 5% chance to find mystic souls. Wild. Souls 10, Barkskin, Druid / passive plus 15.
Okay.
Souls 10, Barkskin, Druid / passive plus 15.
Let me go back to that.
And plus 5% chance to find mystic souls. Wild.
Okay, so you also get a 5% chance to find mystic souls. That's a very small percentage. It won't happen too often, but that's basically a balance. So yes, you've got 5 damage reflect, 5% SP, what is it? SP drain, SP sap?
Grants plus 5% SP leech, plus 5 reflect damage.
Okay. You've got 5% SP leech. You've got 5 damage reflection, which means whenever an enemy hits you, they take whatever your damage reflection value is. And you have a 5% chance, I would think that's after you kill an enemy, to receive mystic souls. So that's really cool. Mystic classes unlock mystic souls, which unlock abilities. All right, so that's really cool, or skills, or whatever you want to call it. All right, so that's the first one. That's pretty good. I gotta say, if I was gonna rate that, I would say, I would say that's a cha-ching. That's good. That's a 1 cha-ching on that. Let's go on to the next ability.
Grants plus 5% SP leech, plus 5 and plus 5% chance. Souls 10, Barkskin, Druid / passive plus 15.
Okay, now when you reach 10 Mystic Souls, you unlock something called Barkskin. Now, Barkskin is a very, very iconic Druid ability. Basically turning the Druid's body into really hard bark. There are some games where you can unlock Iron Skin, Steel Skin, and other kinds of skins. Just keep in mind that Druid's kind of like a beast that gets ultra hard fur or hide. So yes, for 10 Mystic Souls, you're going to unlock Barkskin. Let's find out what Barkskin gives us.
Armor, plus 3 block chance, plus 3 earth damage.
Okay, plus 3 block chance is really quite high. That's really high, because usually you have to pay quite a bit of money to get at least even 1 block chance.
Armor, +3 armor, +3 block chance, +3 earth damage.
I think you get +3 armor. That's not too high. That'd be a little bit better if it was like 5.
Armor, +3 block chance, +3 earth damage.
And 3 earth damage is really high. So armor is low, earth damage is high, and this is an earth damage using caster / metamorphosis kind of creature. Not metamorphosis, more like a morpher. Transformer. You know, Transformers, more than meets the eyes. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, this is really good. The armor is low, but I have to say the other parts are high. Let's hear that again.
Armor, +3 block chance, +3 earth damage.
3 block and 3 earth damage is both offensive and defensive. It's extremely good. I would say that's on the high side. All right, or high medium side. Let's go on to the next. Let's see if there's anything else connected to this skill.
+3 reflect damage, wild souls 30.
Okay.
+3 reflect damage, wild souls 30. +3 reflect damage, wild souls 30.
Okay. Now we get to the next one at 30. Wow, it's calling it wild souls. So I think you unlock something called wild souls. Every hero class has a kind of a different souls it unlocks. So it looks like druids unlock wild souls, and that's how they empower their abilities. So, and I think Randall is connecting unlockables from each mystic class to unlock other mystic classes' abilities. So it feels like this class unlocks mystic souls for other classes, like perhaps the paladin, the witch, or the assassin. So, but it feels like this class is using wild souls. And of course, I'll basically say, don't quote me. Any mistake I make, those of you who want to offer some more kind of pro tips, please do so in the comments as much as you want. Again, Heather is still my #1 commenter, and I appreciate her. If you would like to be a very big time commenter and want to be mentioned, please jump into my comments and blow them up. I appreciate it. Of course, that is really cool. So you get 3% damage reflection. That's a lot. That's a lot, but what does that mean? I don't get it.
+3 reflect damage, wild souls 30.
Okay, plus 3% damage reflection. Is that 3% of the damage? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That should come out to about 5 or 6 damage reflection, maybe 7 to 10, depending on how powerful. If it's a boss, that's going to be a lot of damage reflected. Okay, so that's really cool. Really good against chunky enemies that like to hit you hard. Like the forest has a lot of enemies that hit you hard. That's where you first kind of have to learn how to protect yourself. So damage reflection is great if you can keep your hit points up. So I like that. I'm gonna give that 1 cha-ching. Okay, Luther says yeah. It's not blowing my socks off yet. Let's see what else we got. Let's go on to the next one.
Moonfang form, druid / morph grants 1.
Okay, Moonfang form. Ooh, very nice name. What does Moonfang cost and what does it do?
Moonfang form, druid / morph grants 1. Misspelled. Moonfang form, druid / morph grants 1.
Okay, this is a morph. So this is the first morph of our list on the update. So Moonfang form sounds interesting.
Extra attack, +1 int, agi, whiz, luck, and +6.
So this thing's got multiple attributes increased, and it has 1 extra attack, which makes me think it's a type of bird creature. I really hope, and Randall has been adding a lot of description, I really hope he gives us a description of each of the morphs, a very thorough description, because I think that would be super fun. So Moonfang form is a morph, and we'll get an extra attack, plus we'll get +1 to several little attributes.
Shadow damage, costs 5 HP per round.
Alright, is this part of it?
Shadow damage, costs 5 HP per round.
Okay, so it looks like it gets shadow damage. I think that's part of the Moonfang form. 5 HP, that's a little expensive. You're definitely going to have your HP and MP restore really good, or your your drain or whatever you want to call it. I always get the name wrong. But yeah, that's a lot of health to lose each turn, especially if you're running a DPS build. So yeah, you're going to have to be very tanky. So it does have
shadow damage, costs 5 HP per shadow damage, costs 5 HP per round.
So it does cause shadow damage.
Extra attack, plus 1 int, agi, whiz, luck, and plus 6. Extra attack, plus 1 int, agi, whiz, luck, and plus 6. Shadow damage, costs 5 HP per round.
So looks like, okay, that shadow damage is part of the set of attributes that you're going to receive. So it's going to cost you 5 HP per round, but you're doing extra 6 shadow damage. We don't know yet if shadow damage is going to be our main focus. Let's just keep going.
Always starts in skillbook once unlocked, 50.
Okay, so once you unlock it, it always starts in skillbook. I think that means it just becomes automatically available, or it takes up a morph slot. Maybe what it means is, like, for the most part, morphs automatically jump into your skill bar. So I'll clarify that later on. Let's move on to the next one.
Primal Strike, Druid / Physical Attack A.
Primal Strike, that sounds pretty cool, sounds pretty druidic. So Primal Strike, what does this do?
Primal Strike, Druid / Physical Attack A.
It's a physical attack.
Strong attack that deals plus 50% more earth.
It's a physical attack that does 50% more, I'm assuming, earth damage when I swipe down to the next line. That means we definitely want to specialize in earth damage.
Damage 70 Briar, Druid / Spell hits all.
Alright, so that looks good. Let's see, we're going down to another one, so that's just good physical attack.
Damage 70 Briar, Druid / Spell hits all. Damage 70 Briar, Druid / Spell hits all.
70, this line might be a little mixed up here. I got this in the text message, so sorry. I may not have the lines really clean. I will be able to go through this again once I start playing. So when I play the Naturalist, I'm calling it a druid because that's basically what it is. When I play the Naturalist, I'll go through all the lines. Randall makes it nice and clean and neat. This is just a little messy and dirty because I wanted to get it out to you all first. So Briar looks like an AoE. Let's hear that.
Damage 70 Briar, Druid / Spell hits all.
Okay, so Briar, it's a spell that hits all. That's area of effect, which is really good. The most enemies I do believe that can be in your enemy section is 3. So hitting all 3 of them is good. Again, in this game, AoE is either usually good or terrible. I think the Monk so far has been my most effective AoE user. Everybody else sucks really bad. I really hope everyone's AoE ticks up by about 15%. It's exceptionally low. I really want to see AoE go up. Right now, it's really not good. I really hope the Naturalist is the first Mystic class that has really good AoE. Alright, at a cost that's reasonable. I don't expect it to be free. Alright, let's find out more about Briar.
Enemies with 80% poison chance and plus 25%.
So, okay, has it 80% chance, it seems, to poison them? It hits everybody. How much damage does this poison do?
Enemies with 80% poison chance and plus 25%. Earth damage 100 wildling race.
Okay, so looks like you take earth damage and poison damage. So it looks like, okay, I'm a little confused, but I just believe that, I don't know if earth damage is what pumps up poison damage, but it looks like it's going to be a poison damage AoE. I'm just going to leave it at that and keep moving.
Passive plus 3 stun chance. Earth damage 100 wildling race.
Okay, now we're going to go, we have unlocked the wildling race. Wildlings are really cool. So if you remember Game of Thrones, there was a race of people that were outside of the wall of, not Castle Black, is it Castle Black? Anyway, I just call it the wall. And remember the race of people, they were very connected to nature, and they had a lot of kind of, basically naturalist kind of abilities. They can connect to animals, they can see things in the future and past, they can kind of control nature and life forms, they can interact differently with the undead and stuff like that. So it looks like you're going to have a little bit of that Game of Thrones wildling kind of ability. they're also very fierce fighters. So it looks like you're going to unlock the wildling race, or maybe it's a wildling morph. Okay.
Earth damage 100 wildling race.
Earth damage 100. So maybe that means you automatically have 100 earth damage.
Passive +3 stun chance, +3 poison damage.
Wow. +3 poison damage, that's a little low, but 3% stun chance, that's pretty good. Heading toward medium, I call it high. That'll be, on the low side, that'll be on the high end. Okay, that's not bad. I would say 6% would be medium to high.
+3 earth damage, +3 HP and SP recovery.
Okay, this is what you definitely need, HP and SP recovery. I've actually done builds. It's very powerful. It's very powerful. Don't underestimate SP and HP recovery. They're extremely important.
Wild reflex, race passive gain +1 crit, misspelled.
Okay, don't even pay attention to misspelled. That's just my phone. It says everything is misspelled. So these things get a 1% crit, a little low. I think 3% would be really nice. But yeah, that's cool. But then again, if it was too powerful, all of you would just play this particular class or mystic class. But I still think it's a little low. 1% is a little low, but still that's really good. We got a 1% crit. That'll help. That'll push up our damage a bit.
Chance and +1 earth damage when dodging.
Oh, so it gets 1%.
Chance and +1 earth damage when dodging.
1 earth damage when dodging. So whenever we dodge an attack, I guess we do earth damage.
Chance and +1 earth damage when dodging. An attack 125 new moon. Druid/passive. An attack 125 new moon. An attack 125 new moon. Druid/passive.
Okay, I'm just gonna move on from that one. I'm not quite sure how much damage it's doing there. I'll clarify when the update hits. Okay, so
an attack 125 new moon +50% critical chance for the first round 100 +50% critical chance for the first round 150. An attack 125 new moon. Druid/passive.
New moon. Okay, so now we have another druid passive.
Chance and +1 earth damage. Wild reflex. Race chance and +1 earth damage when dodging. An attack 125 new moon. Druid/passive.
Okay, I'm sometimes mixing up the mystic cost. Okay, so at 125 unlocked souls, you'll get the
an attack 125 new moon. Druid/passive. An attack 125 new moon. Druid/passive.
You'll get new moon as a druid passive. Okay.
+50% critical chance for the first round 150.
Ooh, wow. That's really good. +50% crit chance first round, which means you definitely are going to want to blast out as much as you can in the first round. This is going to really benefit those who want to make their druid more of a glass cannon. I think the next cost is 150. 150 souls. What does that unlock?
Fairy ring. Druid/passive restores +4 HP.
Okay, fairy ring. Very, very druidic-like, very naturalist. You will get 4% HP. That's really good. I like the name. The name is very unique. The name is very cute. I really do like that. I feel like I'm going to play like a female naturalist. It'll be really fun. But yeah, that looks really cool.
And SP per round, up to 20. 200 Elder Yeti.
Well, looks like it unlocks HP and SP. This is 100% something you're going to need. And it's going to unlock automatically. Okay, now we're going to go to another, I think, morph.
And SP per round, up to 20. Form. Druid/morph gain +2 stamina on. Form. Druid/morph gain +2 stamina on. And SP per round, up to 20. 200 Elder Yeti.
200 points is going to unlock the Elder Yeti. Giant, huge, like snow beast. These are usually kind of like an abominable snowman. Very muscular, very powerful. Usually they swing clubs around and they hit really hard. These things can be really scary, but they're also extremely agile if you're going to go by the lore. So let's see what the Elder Yeti unlocks.
And SP per round, up to 20. 200 and SP per round, up to 20. 200 Elder Yeti. And SP per round, up to 20. 200 Elder Yeti. Form. Druid/morph gain +2 stamina on.
Okay, once you become the Elder Yeti, you're going to unlock 2 stamina. So that's already 2 more basic attacks or 1 big attack.
Cast, but lose 1 total stamina plus 15 STR, plus 15.
So it looks like there's some drawback if you cast or so. Okay, you gotta cast and then you lose something. So you'll get some SP or stamina, but if you cast it, you're gonna lose it after that. So I don't like spells that take away stuff after they give me a gift. It's kind of like somebody giving me a Christmas gift and then taking my tree. I don't like it. I don't like abilities that take something back. I rarely use these skills in my build.
Int, plus 50 AC, plus 5% confuse and stun chance.
This guy is very much a caster, even though he's a big, heavy, hefty guy. It's got a lot more int, so it's going to have 50% more intelligence.
Int, plus 50 AC, plus 5% confuse and stun chance.
It's got a 5% chance to stun, 5% chance to confuse, and a ton more armor count. So that's really high. This is a very weird morph. Really interesting. I'll have to experiment with it.
Plus 10 earth damage starts in skillbook once.
Alright, and it has 10 more earth damage, which is really going to benefit you. Starts in your skillbook.
Unlocked, 250 natural remedy druid slash.
Alright, at 250 souls, you unlock...
Unlocked, 250 natural remedy druid slash.
Natural remedy. I don't know what this is. Maybe a spell or healing. Probably removes one of the more nastier status effects.
Passive 33% chance to remove stun.
Okay, it has a passive chance to remove stun. It's always good to get rid of stun. Stun can kill you. It's one of the few ways the enemy can really limit your mobility, your damage, and your flexibility. So being able to passively remove stun, I don't think has ever been in any of the games. So this is very brand new to Fate.
Confuse and poison at the start of your turn.
Oh, it has a chance to remove stun, confuse, and poison. Wow, that's really good. I will take this skill 100%.
300 Tree of Life, Druid slash Spirit Morph.
Alright, now we get into more iconic morphing capabilities. I think this has something to do with your pet. So this is, or your spirit, this is Tree of Life. As you know, all druids have the ability to either morph into a Tree of Life or have a Tree of Life follow behind them. This is a very, very well-known ability that druids have. It's really cool. It feels good. Sounds good. You'll definitely want to unlock that. Your druid, your Tree of Life is basically like your protector. It's like a giant, like alive. It's an alive tree with sentience that kind of protects you and sacrifices itself to save you. That's the lore. So let's see what this Tree of Life can do.
Vertical scroll bar, 8 pages, 42%.
Whoops.
Note, text field, add link.
I had it right, then I swiped the wrong way.
Take checklist, off, button. Summons of healing, protective tree spirit 2, characters. Words, lines. 300 Tree of Life, 300 Tree of Life, Druid slash Spirit Morph.
Okay, this is a morph. The Tree of Life is a morph. So I don't know if you turn into it or your pet turns into it.
Summons of healing, protective tree spirit 2.
Yeah, it summons one, so it's not you that turns. It replaces your spirit companion, mercenary, whatever they are, and changes them into this Tree of Life.
Replace your current 350 withered.
I don't know if it says it replaces your withered.
Nymph spirit a faded woodland spirit.
Don't know what that means. Okay, so
Nymph spirit a faded woodland spirit. Replace your current 350 withered.
So if you have a withered spirit, looks like it replaces it. I don't know what that means.
Replace your current 350 withered. Nymph spirit a faded woodland spirit.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep moving on. Nymphs are cool.
Nymph spirit a faded woodland spirit. Boosts party members earth damage 400.
So wow, boost party's earth damage 400. That's insane. That seems really good. That seems OP right there. Well, that's cool. I'll take OP. But yeah, it looks like this nymph, I don't know how it becomes a nymph, but if it becomes a nymph, you boost earth power up the freaking ladder. Holy cow.
Primal Animorph, all classes slash spell.
Okay, Primal Animorph. So we're getting into animal morphing, which is really cool.
Primal Animorph, all classes slash spell.
all classes get this spell. That's cool. So you unlock this ability for all classes.
Primal Animorph. Boosts party members' earth damage 400.
I'm gonna go. No, actually, I think I confused 400 earth damage with the cost for the next unlock. Sorry about that. The number at the end throws me off a little bit. Okay, so at 400 souls, you unlock.
Boosts party members' earth damage 400. Boosts party members' earth damage. Nymph Spirit, a faded woodland spirit. Replace your current one 350 withered.
Okay, at 350, looks like it's something else called withered.
Replace your current one 350 withered. Nymph Spirit, a faded woodland spirit.
Withered nymph of some kind. Okay, so I'm getting it a little bit better. So I think withered nymph is the next unlock.
Boosts party members' earth damage 400.
And she's gonna boost party's earth damage. Now we get to the next one.
Boosts party members' earth damage 400.
At 400,
Primal Animorph. All classes slash spell.
Primal Animorph.
Randomly transforms you each round into.
That will let us randomly transform into
one of the morphs above level 15. 500.
Oh, that's really cool. So it looks like you'll transform into one of the morphs. So that's really cool. To be able to turn into those morphs is really cool. Hopefully you get the strong one.
Dark Elf Race. Race passive +2 STR. +2 Dark Elf Race. Race passive +2 STR. +2 Agi. One of the morphs above level 15. 500.
Okay. Now at 500 mystic cost, we unlock the Dark Elves. If those of you who are big fans of classic books, Dris Deodorin, he is a Dark Elf, and he was born in the underground world of the Dark Elves and is one of the most iconic heroes in a very famous book series. Dris Deodorin is a Dark Elf and is actually one of my favorite book heroes in the fantasy universe. So you'll be able to unlock Dark Elves.
One of the morphs above level 15. 500.
Okay, so I don't know what it will do.
One of the morphs above level 15. 500. One of the morphs above level 15. Randomly transforms you each round into. One of the morphs above level 15. 500. Dark Elf Race. Race passive +2 STR. +2 Agi.
Okay, so now when you get to Dark Elves, you get +2 agility, +2 strength. That fits very well with Dark Elves. They are very strong, they are very powerful, and they are not your typical elves, let me tell you.
-2 end, +3 shadow damage, +3 earth.
They get -2 intelligence, and they get a +2 shadow damage, and that fits very much with a Dark Elf.
Damage Ashen Harvest, race passive. Damage Ashen Harvest, race passive. -2 end, +3 shadow damage, +3 earth.
They get +3 damage to earth too. Let's see what else goes on here.
-2 end, +3 shadow damage, +3 earth. Damage Ashen Harvest, race passive.
Okay, so it has a race passive. That's really cool to know. So if you unlock the Dark Elf, you have a new race passive. Let's see what that is.
Gain +1 earth and +1 shadow damage when.
Okay, you gain +1 earth and +1 shadow damage when you do what?
An enemy is killed 700 Jade Dragon form.
Ooh, when an enemy is killed. Is it permanent or temporary? I don't know. That's definitely... That's almost a triple cha-ching right there. That's really good. The Dark Elf is a triple cha-ching. Very, very powerful class to unlock. I'll be working really hard to unlock this class. It seems really strong. Of course, when you unlock this class, you can replay the Naturalist as that race. So that's going to be even more layering of power. All right, let's go on to the next one. Looks like it's going to cost 700. And now we make a huge jump up in cost.
Druid/Morph +5 to STR. Druid/Morph +5 to STR. Int. Agi. Whiz. +20 AC. An enemy is killed 700 Jade Dragon form.
Okay, now we get to Jade Dragon form. That's really, really cool. So Jade Dragon form, let's see what abilities and what boosts and attributes we get.
An enemy is killed 700 Jade Dragon form. Druid/Morph +5 to STR. Int. Agi. Whiz. +20 AC.
This thing gets +5 to a lot of different stats. It gets a ton of AC. It's really, really good. It's a really good brawler.
+100 HP/SP. +5 block chance.
Wow.
+10 Earth An.
Wow, an automatic +100 SP and HP. Has some more block chance.
Fire damage starts in skillbook once.
Fire damage.
Fire damage starts in skillbook once. Plus 100 HP/SP, plus 5 block chance, plus 10 earth an. Plus 100 HP/SP, plus 5 block chance, plus 10 earth an. Fire damage starts in skillbook once.
Okay, so you get earth and looks like a little bit of fire damage. Pretty good, pretty good. I don't know why the fire damage is in there. I could be mishearing it. Let's go on to the next one.
Fire damage starts in skill unlock right paren. The Naturalist has I think 8, 10 different.
Okay, so I asked Randall some more comments about the Naturalist and what he thought of it and kind of what he was going for there. And here's what he said.
The Naturalist has I think 8, 10 different morphs.
I think he said it has 8 to 10 morphs, which is really, really a totally different kind of class to play.
Some highlights are the Phoenix that resets.
And he has a Phoenix. Holy cow, that sounds so cool. A Phoenix that resets.
Your stomp to 1 and each round gains stamina.
So it resets your stomp to 1, but it gains stamina? That sounds interesting.
Your stomp to 1 and each round gains stamina. Your stomp to 1 and each round gains stamina.
So it resets your stamina to 1, but then you regain it. How high can it go? I don't know.
Up to 5. It also gains some other stats each.
Oh, it gets your stamina up to 5. So this Phoenix basically becomes reborn, and then it brings you down, but then it brings you right back up. That feels really good for a Phoenix. I like that.
Round. Kind of an interesting take on a slow starter, but very powerful at the end.
Okay, that's really good. So yeah, definitely start slow, get strong.
Animorph. A skill that changes your morph.
So Animorph is different. He talks a little bit about Animorphing.
Each round.
You change into a different form.
Tear form. Allows you to unmorph and heal at. Tear form. Allows you to unmorph and heal at. Misspelled. Tear form. Allows you to unmorph and heal at. No stamina cost.
So there are some morphing that allow you to heal at no cost. That's really good. You can tank out that damage.
So yeah, they are pretty good and a big OP bot. Everyone seems to enjoy them in testing, so.
Alright, and that's it. Oh, wait. Hold up, everybody. Before we complete this video, I've got a little bit more information from Randall Higgins, the Maestro Uptouchment, therefore call it the developer. Got a little bit more information about the latest update going into the Naturalist release, which should be already here or imminent. Here is some information about the newest update and what you can expect from Core Quest coming up. Just including what I just mentioned in this video, the information about the Naturalist. This is again in the theme of the Naturalist, but also includes some other things. There's been some new content added. I'm going to try to go over it real quick.
New dragon floor added, floor 29.
There is a new dragon floor, so floor 29. So if you have not played the game, get ready. There's going to be a new floor. So that is floor 29. And I'm sure if you're playing Dungeons Arena, the monsters that have been added to the dragon floor will, of course, migrate over to there. So if you are playing and having a lot of fun, as I am with Arena, and we are having a lot of fun with our Goblin Shadow Ranger, we'll be able to go back and actually play some different monsters. Probably the update for the Arena will probably be maybe a month out or so. But don't worry, those monsters will appear in the Arena. So I'm just assuming it's not something that Randall has said. That's usually how it goes. But yes, there's going to be a new floor, new area, sounds very interesting.
Enchanted opening. Be sure to read hint.
Enchanted opening. This appears to be a new kind of monster. There's going to be hints. That's a kind of a new thing that lets you know what you need to do in order to fight a particular monster in an area. In this situation, we're talking about elemental requirements.
Signs. This dragon hits hard with fire. Come.
All right, so there's a new dragon. So this dragon in this area hits hard with fire. So you're going to have to build gear sets with fire resist. My suggestion, probably when you get around level 15 or so, it's time to start building your fire elemental resist set. So that's probably a good move.
Prepared or return at a higher level.
Looks like you can return to this area, so that's fine. That's usually how it goes with any area. If a monster's too strong, you can bypass it, come back later.
Emerald Isle sign added to warn about.
All right, Emerald Isle sign. Listen, there's another sign. I don't know what area this will be, but it's probably going to be floor 29.
Elemental resist requirement similar to volcano area.
Okay, so it's going to be similar to the volcano area. So it's an elemental resist sign. So I don't know what's going to be in here.
New boss fight with emphasis on fire.
Okay, so that I don't know what that one will be, but it will be a fire type of fight. So I don't know if this is the same fight Randall's describing to me, or if this is two different fights with an emphasis on fire. But that sounds really cool.
Resist period. Leveling on search is now possible. This.
All right, I'm looking at some new information. Leveling on...
Change touches many systems, so please. Change touches many systems. Leveling on search is now possible. This.
Leveling on search. So, okay. So, if many of you don't know, the game has never leveled you when you've searched. I don't know if you remember, when you search and find treasure, you get a certain small amount of experience. Well, that system is now in effect. But you don't level when you search. You will level when you fight a monster. But now leveling on search is in place. And I can't tell you why I know this, but I'm just going to tell you this is a great new advancement. So yes, and let's say you find just some minuscule little piece of treasure. If it's enough to level you, you will level and you'll get your level up screen. Right after your search screen completes, it will in that screen, and then you will get another screen that will pop up, information screen, and that will be your level screen. So you can now level up on that screen, or it could level, if I recall, I can't say why I know I recall, but you might just level up immediately with the items. It's almost as if you just completed and won a boss battle on a search and got the experience, and you get your level ups. So be ready for leveling up to have a lot more things, which means when you level up from searching or doing something, you very well could level up. You could then have to do a choice of skills screen. You then can very well receive information about your professions level up, and you could receive certain level ups that are given to you from the gods, etc., etc., etc. So again, leveling up is going to be a lot more eclectic, a lot more detailed. There's going to be a lot more nuances inside of it. You're going to get a lot more things to play around with. So that's really cool. So again, when you search and you get experience from the search, you can level up during a search. So that's really cool.
Leveling on search is now possible. This change touches many systems, so please.
And
keep an eye out for any oddities, especially with voiceover.
All right, so there's some notes here. A lot of this is for me as a tester.
Alternate forms.
All right, we're going to be getting into some new stuff here. There's some more stuff here.
UI and accessibility.
All right, UI and accessibility.
Fixed voiceover issue where rooms didn't.
This was a fix to voiceover where rooms didn't...
Describe location when NPCs were present.
Didn't describe locations when NPCs were present. So that's a bug. That's a really good one to fix. Now you'll know exactly what's there, even if there's an NPC sitting on it, just hanging out and staring at you.
Confirmation not required when deleting a character period.
All right, this is one of the fixes I suggested. When you are on one of your characters on the character select screen, there's a delete button that's right after it, and you can hit it by accident. I've never done it, but it's really easy to hit it. So there's now a confirmation for delete. I think that's a really good safety measure.
Fixed bug allowing name edits after hitting create. Could cause save issues.
All right. There was a name edit bug, so it looks like when you were creating a character, you could save the wrong name or make a mistake. That's good. That's not a problem I ever ran into. But it looks like that bug has been fixed. Good job, testers.
Added tilde 30 new Forge item images and 361.
All right, this is a major upgrade, which should make the game experience really exciting. For those of us who are blind and visually impaired, images are now going to start being described. I do believe at this point, a good 70 plus images have been described and more on the way. So you can expect that all future games, the images, whether it's a coffee pot some rocks, a wall, a person's facial expression will have it. If it's a image, it will be described. So that's really awesome and charming. I think that's going to be really great for all of us who are blind, because being able to know what those images are has always been something that's made me a little bit like, I want to know what that is. I'd really like to know what that image is. So those are going to be described.
Item descriptions. Images now have descriptions and forged by when created. 3 exclamation marks.
All right. Those of you who know the idols when you create things, they have images. You could shuffle through them, but you never knew what they were unless you were sighted. Those will also have descriptions. So that's beautiful. So I love images. Just let me be able to manipulate them and just give me some description. And now we have that. So those images are now described, which is great. That's going to be a nice change. It's going to be nice to hear how that sounds. I think that's going to be beautiful.
UI now loops through images instead.
All right, so the UI loops through images.
Of requiring back navigation.
So the UI just moves in a more streamlined fashion.
Naturalist class fixes.
All right, we're back to the Naturalist. I just thought I'd finish all the updates when it comes to the game, the UI, new updates and content. So we're not only to review, we're getting content. We're going to be getting new action on new floors. We're going to be getting new signposts to tell us what to expect. We're going to be receiving information about what to do on new boss fights. So we got new boss fights. We're also probably going to get new gear. We're also going to have the search level up on search. We are also going to have images described. We have some fixes on the forges and idols, whatever you want to call them, skill shrines, whatever. I call them a lot of different things. Those things are going to get some fixes. Now we have some new fixes to the Naturalist. Again, the Naturalist should be released very soon. I'm almost done with this video. I've got about 2 big downloads information about it. And that's why I had to do this extra little part, because I actually got more before I finished the previous information. I'm going to get this edited and uploaded to all of you. It should be uploaded today. I don't even know what day it is today. I think today is Tuesday or Wednesday. Not sure. Anyway, so there's going to be new fixes to the Naturalist. And at the beginning of this video, I was talking all about the Naturalist. Let's hear what other things are added to the Naturalist. Here they are. So, Naturalists.
Naturalists now properly gain all intended main stats, not just block and poison related.
Okay, so it's going to get all its naturally intended stats, not just block and poison. I didn't notice, but I'm glad Randall caught that. I did not see that, so that's great.
Once period. Arena mode. More potions now spawn. No more running.
All right, arena mode. So arena mode's now going to have more potions. As you know, arena mode, I don't know. I didn't have any trouble with arena mode running out of potions. But yeah, it looks like there was an issue with potions running out. So you'll get more. That's really good. Sometimes core or ATF games can have a little light on consumables. Sometimes it could be a little heavy on consumables. I'll never forget that time people started complaining about Core Quest having too many consumables dropping in the desert. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Those can be put inside of your bank. You can make a banker and put them on your bankers. Don't ever complain about how many consumables you get. Just take what you get and be happy, because you're going to need those. You never know. It's going to save you money. Besides, you need money to buy equipment. Equipment purchases in ATF games are always very expensive. So, yeah. So it looks like you'll get a little bit more potions. And let's see what else we got here.
Dry by level 25. Dry by level 25. Dry by level 25.
Oh, it's saying by level 25. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any character that's level 25. I think the highest character I have in any of the cores are 21. That's the highest level character. But yeah, yeah, the monsters are probably quite strong in the arena. Again, you got to use a lot of potions to top yourself off. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm glad that there's more potions coming. I think this is related to the arena part of the game. So we're not only talking about core adventure mode, we're also talking about arena mode. These are some of the updates coming. I'm sure there's going to be more.
Balance adjustments.
Okay, now we're down to balance adjustments. Let's talk about balance adjustments.
Arcane Bolt now includes plus 20% elemental.
Okay, Arcane Bolt includes plus 25%
Arcane Bolt now damage, but has a slightly reduced damage.
elemental damage, but has a slightly reduced base damage.
Scale period.
Base scale.
Race tweaks.
All right, so that's pretty normal. Arcane Bolt is being boosted. That's great. It was probably too weak, and now it's going to receive more power from elements. That's great. I'll have to give that a try. I'm assuming that's the wizard. Let's move on to some other stuff.
Race tweaks. Race tweaks.
We got some race tweaks.
Gnome plus 2 INT.
Gnome's got a plus 2 INT.
DR plus 1 end. Troll plus 1 SDR plus 1 end.
Troll's got plus 1 STR and 1 int. That's interesting, making them both a little stronger and a little smarter.
Orc plus 2 SDR.
Orcs get 2 strength. That's awesome.
Restore.
Okay.
Ogre plus 2 HP restore.
Ogre gets plus 2 HP restore. That's really good. I still think ogres are a little weak. They need to be a lot stronger.
New line. New line. Ogre plus 2 HP. Ogre. New line. Orc plus 2 SDR. Orc plus. Draco plus 1 fire damage. Plus 1 fire resist.
Okay, looks like Draco's got plus 1 fire damage, 1 fire resist. Dracos are quite strong. I think they should get plus 1 strength as well. Let's see what else. They're also intelligent. You know, Dracos are a very intelligent race.
10:32 a.m. End of text. 10:32
All right, that's
a.m.
it. That's it. Just wanted to quickly jump back in there. I'm going to go ahead and give you back to the end of the video. I just stuck this part in after I realized I had a lot more to talk about. Again, looking forward to the Naturalist. I'm just calling it the Naturalist update. Also want to send a shout out to my artist is back. So Poyo will be giving us more work. So do appreciate it. It's really good. I don't know if y'all been checking out my thumbnails, but it's looking profesh. It's really, really hype. So I'm definitely very much liking it. Very keyed up about that. But anyway, Core will be getting a new thumbnail. Along with 2 other games, and it's going to be really cool. And again, if you want to support the channel, thumbnails they're not free, and they're not cheap. So if you want to support the channel, whenever we go membership, that's going to be another way for you to support the channel. But for now, the best way you can support the channel is liking the videos and, of course, subscribing. Those are huge pillars of support for my channel. And if you do that, that gets us closer and closer to going and opening up a membership, which will really bring in some funding and will really help us really grow and become powerful. Currently, right now, I think we're hovering at 274 subscribers. Love to get more subscribers. You can do me a great favor by subscribing. Anyway, back to Mike saying goodbye. Randall was definitely outdone himself. This feels really powerful. This feels really strong. These classes seem really fun. Again, I hope you got the gist of what you can expect. I'm sure all of you are just going to rush out and play it the minute that it hits update. And I'm very much looking forward to it. And as I told you, I was going to be doing something different. I am definitely going to play through the Naturalist class as high as I can go, and I'll try to put on Instagram some moments when I unlock certain iconic abilities for the Naturalist. But that's going to wrap it up for us. It's going to be really fun. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate all of you. I hope you are liking my update news on Core Quest. It's going to be hitting pretty soon, so definitely rate the game, get the game. It's going to be really fun. Hope you play along with me. I'll be playing it on Adventure Debate Saturdays as always, and that's every Saturday. That's not every Saturday, but when it does happen, it's on Saturday anywhere between 9 and noon. Usually I start it at 10 a.m. to let you guys sleep in, but that's going to wrap it up for us today, folks. Thank you very much to Randall Higgins. I appreciate you, mate. As usual, fantastic new update plan. It's going to be so fun. Yeah, I can't wait to play. I'll hear you all next time. Please enjoy the rest of your day and take care.